What's up, Bat family? Welcome back to the Build a Trader YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. In this video, I'm going to add on to the previous video. This is going to be the trading process part 2. This is only going to add on to the previous video I just made, and this is going to continue to add to your approach to the markets, as well as identify high probability trade setups, stop loss placement, take profits with examples as well. Now this is going to be about another 10-minute video, so stick around to the end and I'll see you guys on the charts.
All I do is daydream. They been sleeping on us, I'm just trying to see.
What's up, Bat fam? Here we are on the charts. Right now we're looking at Audacity, the Australian dollar. So now just to reiterate the main points from last video, we mark off our weekly high and weekly lows, or previous week's highs and previous week's low. We are also mainly looking at structure and price action, and we're using the higher time frame along with the intraday time frames to find high probability trade setups. And this does include scalping, because if you scalp along with the overall higher time frame bias and direction, you have higher probability trades. Now let's dive in on how to read the market, how to approach the price action on a daily basis, and how to find high probability trades or high probability scalps. So here I have the weekly low and weekly high marked off. This is the weekly high, and this was the weekly low before we broke lower last week on Friday for NFP. This was the start of the week right here. We had a consolidation at a level of resistance and it looked like a sell-off was going to happen. If you don't see it, you can see there was some type of market transition here. And then structure broke right here and made a higher low point on the weekly time frame, and it could be seen as a retest of higher time frame structure right here. Okay. This was a pretty steep retracement. A potential higher low was made after this bearish move. And I did call this trade in the Telegram, but we closed for a very small gain. And we needed a hold for, in order to have won this trade to the duration of where I have analyzed price was going to, we needed to hold for an additional 12 hours. So that was a bit longer than I normally hold my trades for, so we ended up just taking the scalp and calling it a Monday as it was slower as well. So after this point, there's a strong move up, forcing all the sellers out and making one final high before reversing lower, coming back down to this point. Now for a while, it did look like price was going to come back down and fill this area, simply because price comes back down to fill these ranges when there's been an empty. Simply because price normally comes back to these ranges that price makes after breaking out. Every time there's well, not every single time, but most times when there is a major breakout, price comes back to eventually fill that area. As you can see, major breakout point, then price came back down to fill this major area here. There's a lot of space. Over here, that same thing can't be applied because we didn't fill all this down here yet. But in other areas, you can clearly see after a major breakout comes a major pullback back now to where price broke out from, or break structure and ultimately reverses. So now I'm going to go to the bar replay mode to back up on this price action here, so you could possibly identify what was going to happen ahead of time and find a high probability trade setup on the break of this key level here, as well as the sell entries over here. But first, we're going to go over what happened on Friday. Right here, we see that we have our weekly high marked off. There was a break of this resistance level, and then price ultimately reversed, right? We have lower time frame break of structure here where this blue line is, and we'll go down to the 30 minutes so you can see that. As you can see on the 30-minute time frame, there was a consolidation pattern and ultimately broke lower. As you can see, it was in a range. You call it a double top if you want, or equal highs, respect to the previous high here in this level of supply. Now this is just refined at the lower time frame, and this is all happening within the higher time frame trend. As you can see on the right side, the 12-hour chart, all that was going on in this wick up here. Okay, And then after this initial breakdown, there's a move back up, retest at this blue line, which is this next 12-hour candle, and then we had our move down. Okay. So let's say you didn't catch the highs, and you see this point right here. You can call this a level of support. There's an area of supply, an area of demand right here. Now let's play the next candle. Next few candles. And we're coming in this area. People are buying, but it's not quite a buy yet. Okay, there's a lot of bearish pressure. And you catch some short-term movements. If this bullish trend is going to continue, we need to respect this minor trend line. Now let's pretend this is where we're at right now to start the day. Okay, you're coming onto the charts. You don't see this yet over here on the right. We're going to go to lower time frame on the right side. And we're also going to use a bar replay mode on here too. We can see on the right the 4-hour chart right here where this little black trend line is. This is where the 30-minute trend line is that I just drew on the left side. Okay, so now this is where we're at. You're just hopping on the charts right now. It is 6 p.m. on Thursday. I'm sorry, 12, yeah, 8 p.m. right here. So this is the 6 p.m. candle, but it's currently 8 o'clock. This is Asia session. So you come into the charts here, this is what you see. It's a major rejection. You'd be thinking, okay, price may come back up to here, then move lower, or we ultimately continue lower. And looking at this, why would you think that price is bearish? Well, because look at the overall trend. Right now, we have a lot of strong bearish momentum, bearish price action. Structure has already broken. On the weekly time frame, you can see a strong rejection here. And if price is going to continue, it needed to stay above this key level right here, but we broke below. So now let's keep watching what happens. Price broke above this level. It looks like we might continue higher, but no, we ultimately made a lower high point and continued lower. Okay, oh, too far. How could have one caught this move right here? Right on this break of support. One, we know a few things here. This is a major key level. This is a major key level of support. If this level breaks right here, we're going to continue sharply lower. You can see right here on the right hand side, this is a major key point. Let's go to a higher time frame. Let's go to somewhere you can see it very clearly. Right here, this is a strong higher low point. If this breaks, there's a lot of space that price can come down to this level of support and down to this weekly low and possibly lower. If this weekly low point breaks, then we're making a new lower low point on the higher time frame, on the overall time frame, overall higher time frame. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. As you can see, this is what happened. This was the weekly low. If the weekly low breaks, we're going to go lower, and if we break the prior week's low, which it did, then we ultimately are going to make a new low point. And that is what happened. So let's zoom out back to the 4-hour time frame. Next candle, boom, major break. Now you can add sell stops here or enter right into the break of support. People were buying, but this was not a buy. Okay, the trend needed to continue from this point here. This is just simply this is a lower high point, failed to make a new low, lower high again, respecting the previous support that was just made. Respecting the previous resistance that was just made and retesting this broken trend line, acting as an area of resistance as well, and then it's about to make a bearish move down on the break of this support right here. Got this move from your stop loss, this high here, this lower high point. Take profit at this next level of support. And this is found base right here or here, however you want to place your level, but this is the same area. The first take profit point, you have a weekly low marked off already. It's going to be your second take profit. And You already have this area marked off, but we've been looking at this for weeks. Price could head down to this point too. That's a potential take profit 3. Okay, so now what happens? You enter on the break of that level. Boom, you're in the trade. Stop loss break even. Your take profit 1 was hit. Take profit 2 was hit. And most likely we're out of the trade unless you're leaving a runner to see if this overall level is hit. And it did go down there by the end of the day, as you can see. Now this is just one trade example. And I know I said this video is going to go on too long, but this is the whole entire trade process of what you're looking at here. You need to trade along with the higher time frame. You can't be trying to catch reversals. And you're using the lower time frame to identify what's going to happen. Okay, if price is going to continue higher, you need to respect this lower time frame trend line here. But the fact that it broke shows that sellers are still in control. And if you look at the higher time frame, the 4-hour chart on the right and the 12-hour chart, you can literally see that on this next 12-hour candle, on that break of where the trend line is, that's where the wick is as well. Okay, and where this resistance level is that was formed. That was previous support, now resistance. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you need additional guidance or just simply want to learn more or want free signals, go ahead and join the Bat Signals free Telegram channel. Link is in the description of this video. Don't forget to follow the Instagrams to Build a Trader Bat Signals. I hope you guys are able to learn something from this video, and hope you guys have a great weekend. See you guys in the next one. Peace.